Yeah.
It's been a while.
It has been a hot minute.
Were we both here in February, or you missed February,
I
right?
don't think I remember February.
No, I feel like
I
you
think I
weren't
missed one
here.
because I was ill.
Yeah, it was probably that one. I
Sad
missed the
times.
summer, so just had a catch up with EXO. It was really good to be back on stream again, and yeah, it's good to be casting Starcraft with everyone.
I'm afraid you may have peaked because you've done the PVT.
Yeah, the Protoss is gone.
It's
There's no more
time-
Protoss.
It's time for ZVZ.
Well, I've voluntarily signed up for another ZVZ
Yeah.
later on today, so you'll get all of my wonderful insight as someone who has never touched Zerg in the history of the game.
You're lucky. You're lucky. Listen, it couldn't be an epic land without like a nauseating
17
number of
ZVZs.
ZVZs.
yeah, exactly.
So thanks for joining for that. We're hopping now into Aicy versus WiseMan, which should be a good one. Aicy confided in me, which is why I'm saying it on stream to everyone now, that he really, really, really doesn't want to lose. But he's also very worried that he could. So it could be a really good match.
Yeah, I think he was one of 2 people to frowny face the stream schedule when we sent it. Because, yeah, he may be scared of WiseMan. He may be.
I know he only just got in and hasn't really had a chance to warm up, and we're not giving him one. I'm going to click the start button. We're going to hop into game number 1 on Golden
I think
Aura.
he's ready.
Yeah, he's been saying go-go.
He's been saying
few
go-go
times.
continuously for the last minute straight. Like,
He may be ready.
I think he's ready to go.
Then let's go.
He just wants to get it over and done with. Well, the good news is it's ZVZ, so it will be over and done with quickly.
Fingers crossed, yeah, we don't end up with like a massive late game, Viper, Lurker, ZVZ.
Please
It
no.
can happen. It can happen. It might happen.
Well, here we are in game on Golden Aura LE. Do you want to take it away with the top left player?
I shall. Let me figure out. I'm trying to get obs this time for the first time in a long while. Spawning the top left of Golden Aura LE, playing in the blue for the Red Dragons, is WiseMan.
This is the second Red Dragon we've seen in the blue trunks. I'm not sure what to say about that.
I think Mitch might have to have words and confront them about not sticking to the brand guidelines.
Absolutely. And on the other side, another yellow player, but this time a Zerg, representing TSI. It is Aicy.
TSI are doing pretty well for kind of show up this tournament. They always do pretty well, to be fair. They
There's always a
have,
good
like,
contingent.
a good number of players show up. Red Dragons doing really well. Nice to have Roscoe back.
Yeah, TSI, Red Dragons, and Gold Masters feel like the ever-present
Yeah,
Epic Land
I was gonna say,
attendees.
Goldam, I think, are coming through this time with Amber Drake and Molten and Black Widow.
Yep.
From the continent. So lovely to have international guests.
Yeah, they've brought a non-British Gold M player this time, which is pretty cool.
Unbearable. No, it's good. It's nice to have them. WiseMan, I didn't see the gas timing. I apologise. I'm going to, everyone just always, not everyone, I always just shout numbers. I'm just like 17, 16,
Yeah.
14, 13, 12,
14,
12, 11,
6
13,
pools.
12, 14, 6 pools, all in a row.
Yeah.
I don't know what this was. Guessing 17, 16.
I think 6 pool is the
something.
most disappointing timing because it doesn't mean you get 6 pools.
It's the worst, isn't it?
Yeah.
Did you ever 6 pool even back in the day with the 6 worker start?
As I said, I've tried to avoid touching Zerg where I can. I might have made Mutalisks once.
Nice. Yeah, or like a Nexus Wars or a Fastest Map, Big Game Hunters.
Yeah,
Classic.
something like
Good
that.
times. Yeah, I didn't play Zerg until...
Mono battles. Mono battles.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That is good. I didn't play Zerg until quite late as well, actually. I switched
Yeah, who did you
in
start as?
HOTS. Protoss.
Yeah? You realised the error of your ways pretty quickly. You're smarter than the rest of us.
I don't know why I switched, but I don't regret it.
Some lings are out.
Yeah, I should have said. Whatever it was not hatch first from WiseMan, which means it's going to be early lings, quick speed, and he even has a Bane Nest coming down behind us. AC obviously sees the hatch timing, so he's going to make lings of his own to try and hold this
Ooh.
off.
Those 2 lings did well to not get caught. And Wiseman's lings are going to tickle the hatchery. They're not going to get too much done. And the queen will pop shortly as well.
Yeah, once a queen's out, these slow lings can't get too much done. AC needs to be a bit careful that it doesn't get caught off guard because this is obviously like a really fast ling speed Bane Nest, so it's like basically a rush build. And if he kind of sends the slowlings out, has his queens out of position, the game can actually end quite quickly. Do you see the first 2 Banes for WiseMan so far? I think this isn't 17, 16 because then he's playing it wrong if it is. AC might have a hotkey issue. We can kind of see him from here.
We've not seen any lag spikes. I think the network issues that we saw in the previous series have stabilized from talking to Zane and the staff here. You're doing terrible things to my reputation and with the players, by the way.
Switch,
and we are at least referees, so we can resume.
there we go. Might have to switch accounts so I stop slandering your good name.
The only reason I'm on this account, the only reason we're obsing from my account is because EXO has the Big Brain Bout coming up today and needs to be able to get on there and ladder if he can get some practice in.
Good call. Aicy doing a pretty good job pulling his workers away to the high ground. This spine is going to get cancelled, and these queens are in a little bit of trouble.
The drone got left alone, so it's trying to try again.
Yeah, it does get killed that time, unfortunately, for Aicy. These Lings respawning are not going to get a huge amount done. Bane that's just finished up, but these Banes are not going to finish. This may already be over.
I don't know. Okay, no, it's not going well.
It's not going great. There's more Banes here for Aicy.
The Bane's all finished.
Let's see how these Bane hits go. I do kind of favour Aicy's micro in this one. No offense to WiseMan.
He's been holding pretty well so far, despite having the much slower speed and the much slower Banes.
There's so many Lings here, though, for WiseMan. It's really, really all in. And losing the Queens is really bad for Aicy. Obviously means he's going to have like fewer injects generally. Sorry, I just realised that Aicy lost a bunch of his Lings to Banes from WiseMan. Was not the best hit at all.
Some cheeky back and forth with the Banes there. Good micro. Aicy gets a load of them out alive with low health.
Yeah, I mean, so each Bane can tank 2 Bane hits. So you can like use a Bane to tank a Bane.
My goodness, the maths must be off the charts if you're a Zerg player.
It takes a lot of big brain to play Zerg. He did get a bit of a bad trade there. I think he traded 2.
Oh, he doesn't want to lose another queen. He's only just managed to get one back.
Yeah, this is looking rough for Aicy. That's a good trade, using a single Link to snipe that Bane.
The army supplies have evened up. WiseMan has been droning behind this, so is catching up on the drone supply. Not perhaps committing to this fully anymore. Bane is going to clean up the Lings pretty cleanly there.
Banes into the mineral line is not the best, not the worst. Pretty okay. All said and done, we're actually quite even. There you go. Slightly favouring WiseMan, but he's been mining slightly less because of his aggressive opening. He does have a Roach Warren coming down behind this in the main as well, so there's obviously like an aggressive Roach Warren. If you put it at the front with like the view to walling, you're obviously like posturing and saying like, okay, I'm chilling, it's fine, we're going to play a normal game.
Yep.
Hiding it in the back means this is probably like a Roachling Bane kind of all-in behind this.
Yeah, and Aicy identified the attack was over, started droning pretty much immediately, has sent a contingent of Lings and Banes across the map, but they're going to get pushed away pretty comfortably.
Yeah, I don't mind it just to like poke and prod around. Obviously, the Banes are in a little bit of trouble as soon as the Roaches get out. You don't really want to lose Banes to Roaches. I'm a little bit worried that Aicy...
He's going to see the Roaches now, actually. He's just sent Lings into the main, but Aicy doesn't... WiseMan doesn't care. WiseMan's moving across the map with his Lings in response.
Yeah, so he's going to get you all these Banes before they really get onto the workers. Never mind, -6. On the other hand, WiseMan over in Aicy's natural, these Banes are going to pop just in time, and WiseMan won't really be able to multitask to stop that. So overall, a pretty good trade for Aicy. His Roach Warren just finished up, so we do have Roaches of his own coming through. Obviously, like the way ZVZ works, you don't really ever want to be a tech behind. That's normally a really bad spot to be in. So Aicy now getting his Roach Warren done, getting his own Roaches out is a really good spot. Yeah,
and that 6 drone swing really showing in the worker supply. Aicy pulling a little bit ahead now, and as you said, still keeping up in tech, even though he's always been a little bit slower with each building so far.
It's interesting today, I've seen Delta Boxer do it too, and having loads of drones not rally straight to the minerals. And I only say this because they're changing that in the most recent patch. So now hatches will automatically rally to minerals, and they don't currently.
Oh.
So there we go. If you ever wondered who that was for, it's apparently
just
for
a change for hatches?
No, for Nexi and
so
CCs
every
yeah.
primary building.
I think it became a thing with when like co-op came in, because I'm pretty sure they didn't have the technology to do it when the game first launched. But now it's a thing, so they're like basically just clicking a button to turn the setting on, because everyone's like, why not? It's only helpful for noobs, basically, right? It doesn't change the game much at all.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, back in this game, Aicy going to 4 gas, which is a little bit weird. You only really need 3 to play Roaches. He might be going heavy upgrades, might be going quicker lurkers, might be going muters, if I had to guess. Otherwise, 3 gas is much more standard. But other than that, he's obviously getting his lair, going for Roach speed, getting +1, so a pretty standard Roach play. WiseMan also getting his +1. I think his lair is quite a lot slower, and he's supply blocked. Sorry, no shade.
Can't believe you've done that to him.
No, we don't want to call anyone out. Aicy going to keep scouting around with Lings. Should realise he's in a pretty good spot, and we'll see how he plays it out from here. Quite often in a mirror, when you go and you see, and you're like, oh, this guy's got less workers than me. His tech is behind mine. He's might be down an upgrade. You can be like, okay, now is my window. Now's my time to actually try and get something done. So we'll see how Aicy kind of takes all of this into account.
Yeah, and we've entered that potential long game that we talked about. The volatile early game has passed us by. Both players are going up to 3 bases. Could we be heading towards Vipers?
I think we need to think of a law, like or like Fermat's theorem or something. It's like any game that runs sufficiently long will eventually get Vipers. Yeah. Even if it's only by accident. You know, like the accidental swarm host.
The accidental swarm host. Oh, I miss the accidental swarm host. Remember when swarm hosts were a thing?
In HOTS? God, I'm glad they're not anymore. Yeah. That matters.
I miss games that were 6 hours long.
Thankfully,
Fire to Blaze.
Maybe never happened at LAN, right? What's the longest Epic LAN game?
Oh, the longest Epic LAN game. Gosh, I have no idea.
Someone will know.
Yeah, I don't. I wasn't attending LAN back in the HOTS days. So.
Yeah. Now we play Overlord Dodgeball.
We should go poke walk.
Aicy actually managed to like outmaneuver his Overlord to like not buy his own Overlord. It's the little things in ZVZ you have to treasure. Aicy's going to move on the map now with his volleyball squad plus some more roaches. He's even bringing his scouting lings, which means he's F2'd, which is cool.
We saw a really good F2 in the last series.
Molten F2 or a Richie F2?
A Richie F2.
Nice.
He lost every single unit he had dropped in the main because they all just ran into the natural, weirdly.
Legend.
Didn't lose in the game, though.
I mean, Terran's overpowered, what can I say?
Yeah.
Aicy a bit of a bile on the ramp there, which is kind of how ZVZ can sometimes go. Like normally the defensive player just makes loads of Ravagers, and then it's really hard for the aggressive player to push in. Not in this case. Aicy's pulling the trigger.
Ooh.
Should finally be able to capitalize on his like long-term drone lead that he's built up. He's been up at like about 10 all game, so finally going to try and push through here. We did see a little bit of a drone pull from WiseMan losing 6, but I think it's only because he over-droned. He was nearly at 60, and Aicy is sub 50 before this. So.
The army supply still massively in Aicy's favour, trickling these roaches across the map, and I think this push might be fatal.
Yeah, it's definitely going to snowball from here. You can see WiseMan going for a pull. Too little, too late, I'm afraid. That's going to be it for game number 1. And
the GG's well played.
I'm going to check the build order because I'm curious what.
You still need to know if it was a 17-16.
I don't think it was, but we'll see what time. People now just make anything up. It was a 16-15.
Damn, so close. It's off by 1 error.
It's not really a thing.
It's
if
not
he
really
played a
build.
17-16, he would have won. And I know that because I've 17-16'd AC on ladder a few times.
And you won?
And won. Yeah. So
you're throwing more shade. So you're just counter shading because previously you shaded WiseMan for getting supply blocks, and now you're shading AC for losing to you on ladder.
I just have to let everyone know that I'm a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah.
I've never played
Why
a
aren't you
LAN.
playing in the tournament?
I've never played a LAN because I choose to cast it, not because I couldn't win if I did.
Because you get free food if you cast it.
Oh, and I believe we're going for free food after this.
We are going for free food after this. Can't wait. Hopefully the food bans haven't all left because it is like, what, 3:30 now? 3:15? No, it's 3 on the dot. Oh, so I keep forgetting we're ahead of schedule. This match should have started at 3. It started at 1:45. That has never happened before.
Never in LAN history. And even the delay we had this morning was only like a 5-minute delay. Absolutely amazing.
It does help that every series that I've watched has gone 2-0. Not saying that this is going to go 2-0, but here we are.
The first series of the day actually were
was a
tight,
good one, I heard.
and that was a 2-1. And then the second one was a close 2-2.
2-2? It's the best of 3. I hope it wasn't a 2-2.
Oh. Did we play 4 games? No, it was a 2-1. You're correct. Okay, we're ready to hop into Site Delta. Bollard, your thoughts on Site Delta?
I said this earlier when I was talking to Exo. It reminds me of a Hana.
Yeah, I can see it. I think it might be similar to
Hana means family. So
that is true. That is very true.
I'm going to drop that every time. It's that screenshot in particular there of the water. It takes me home.
Beach map. Yeah.
Beach map. You can't go wrong with the beach map. Yeah, get your boats ready. Oh, I haven't thought about the boats in a while.
I love the boats. Cool. We are loaded in on Ohana Early, spawning in the top left, playing for the Red Dragons in the blue, violating his team contract, is WiseMan.
And then down in the bottom right-hand corner, up 1-0 in the CVZ. Will this game be more volatile than the last one? And will AC close out the series 2-0? It is AC.
Shout out to Team Starcraft Improve. Maybe the worst name of any team ever. There was one a while ago. I think Dragon Phoenix Gaming.
Yeah.
But I've heard that was like a mistranslation because it's like a Chinese team and that's like officially what it means. And I think there was one that was like Triumphant Song, which is obviously Anthem.
I mean, that's pretty cool.
But like it was meant to be Anthem. But I think there was a game called Anthem, so they had to call it a different translation.
I mean, I'd rather be called Triumphant Song, to be honest with you.
Do you think?
Yeah. Have you watched Cobra Kai?
Is this the Karate Kid spin-off?
Yeah.
I haven't watched it, but I've been told it's good.
So yeah, it's way better than it has any right to be. But the reason I bring it up is because if we're talking about bad names, Eagle Fang Karate reminds me of Team Starcraft Improved.
That's a rough one. That is a rough one. It was a 16 pull from WiseMan, pretty sure. It might have been 15. Couldn't have been 12, pretty sure. Oh, it could have been 12. Anyway, it was an early pull, no gas, so it's not like a Ling Bane, like all-in kind of deal. Basically. It's going to be maybe a few slowlings. Generally, a pull like this is like defensive, like 16 pull is kind of defensive, it's like poking. 12 pull or like 13-12 is aggressive. But like if you're not making gas, then it's not that all-in, basically.
No, because you're not getting speed, you're not getting Banes soon.
Exactly right. Aicy going very macro, no gas at all. I don't know if there was some gentleman agreement that we all decided that we weren't making any gases and we're not going to get Ling speed, but there we go.
I just want to watch things explode. That's the only reason I come to ZVZ.
Isn't it just? I mean, apart from disruptors,
What's the disruptor doing in a ZVZ?
Disruptors and winter mines.
Oh, I
the
see.
only way
Yeah,
to
that's
see
the only way you can
really
see things
explode.
really explode. Yeah, I mean, don't get me started on disruptors. Oh, glorious.
Maybe later. So I think this was 14-14 out of AC. Again, I'm just shouting numbers for the stream.
Yeah.
It's like bingo.
Yeah.
We should do this actually, like ZVZ bingo.
Did you see the
It's
extreme bingo? No, you weren't here last night, so they had
What's
extreme
extreme
bingo. I think
bingo?
it was called extreme bingo. Basically, there were a bunch of men on stage in dresses,
Okay.
humping cows and shouting
Okay.
bingo numbers, and I had no idea what was going on, but it was very loud.
I do think more people might come to LAN now that you've told them that that is a
I
feature.
mean, yeah,
we
they're
have
missing,
available
they're
here.
missing out on extreme bingo. We do have an engagement here going, and there are more lings for the yellow player than the blue player, but there is a big prickly woman at the top of this ramp that's
Yeah.
stopping things from
And
happening.
she's not happy.
No, she is
There's
very prickly.
two, in fact, now. Basically, to sum up this early game, AC's build is just better. Like, they do the same thing, but the 14-14 is 14 hatch, 14 pull is just better. So you get more lings out earlier, you get queens faster. So I'm expecting AC
You
just
get
to be
more
like
drones.
really far ahead,
Yeah.
basically.
Mm.
Actually, I think he might have. Yeah, AC even picked up an Overlord.
Oh, wow.
It was the one that was scouting his nat. So when you push in with these first few lings, you can pull your first two queens down to the low ground, snipe that first Overlord. WiseMan kind of overmade lings. I don't know how many are here. 12. There you go. So AC is just going to full wall in response to this, and he is pretty safe. Again, there's no speed. It was a kind of gasless opening, so he's actually not under that much pressure. Did cancel the Evo. I'm not a fan of this. He's going to have to get into the mineral line and then micro the drones a little bit. But it should be okay, generally. Maybe a couple drones go down. Could have just
Did
not
AC
cancelled
not
the
have
Evo,
any lings
but-
on the map, or are they just too far away to come back?
They're actually, I believe the term is piss chilling over in the opponent's third base.
There's not many of them, to be fair.
Basically
And
loses
these
a
two
queen.
queens, well, three queens, I guess, kind of had things under control.
Fast lair +1. Fast lair says muters to me, +1 doesn't. We'll see if this was like bait and he was like hoping that WiseMan would see it
And
wobbling
then cancel it.
and be like, oh, he's getting +1.
Oh,
But the fact that there's
AC is
no
caught
red
in two
for him is
minds.
interesting. Yeah, he's expanding behind this as well, sacking his lings. Okay, cool.
He wanted to free up the supply.
He would if he wasn't already on 45 out of 60. But yeah, I could see that.
Look,
I could see an argument for it.
I'm trying to cover AC here.
Yeah,
you know?
I might be doing too mean today.
You're
Yeah,
going
AC
in on every
going
player.
for a third behind this. Roach one behind this. I think it is going to be Roaches. I'm not feeling the muters. He's not banking enough gas or like taking up to 4 gases behind this.
Need those as well.
I think this is going to get cancelled by slowlings hilariously. If he'd gone for an earlier Roach Warren and then later third, he
Has
could save
anyone
this. But
even considered speed at this point in the game?
the thing is, because it's an arms race, once we get to Roach versus Roach, then link speed doesn't do anything
It doesn't
for you.
matter anymore.
But someone could have made it earlier, and then it would be a thing. So I could see an argument for link speed. AC is actually going to save this amazingly
Incredible.
with his 3 slowlings of his own and a
And
queen.
a queen that walked from Narnia to come help.
If it works, it works. Don't knock it till you try it. So I think these are finally going to go down.
They get a little scout off. They don't see anything interesting other than the lair.
Yeah, it would have been nice to get all the way back here, just really check that there isn't a spire
You can never be sure.
being hidden. I don't think WiseMan has a lair of his own. Okay, it's nearly done. That's all right. A few safety roaches, no +1. He's banking a lot, actually. He needs to make some overlords. And then some roaches. Oh, spire. Okay, cool. Yeah, fine.
So that's where the bank's going, I guess.
Yeah, he's only on 2 base, so he shouldn't really be banking. Can you hear? Is that coming through on stream? That's very loud.
That is very loud.
We're doing all right so far for not
Well,
hearing
we're
CSGO players
yeah,
shouting in
we're-
the background.
We're not only in a different room to the CSGO players, we're on a different floor of the building to the CSGO players, which I don't know who blessed us with this, but I quite like it.
I'm a big fan of not hearing CS:GO players shout expletives at each other.
Yeah.
We should bring more smack talk into Starcraft. Though I feel like could be good.
We get death slams. That's all we really need.
I heard there was some controversy on the stage with Valorant or CS:GO last event. Apparently, it was not much fun. So hopefully, we can avoid that. At least.
I've seen a picture, which, by the way, the picture is hilarious. But I've been told that the background to the picture is not as funny as the picture.
Which is quite often the case, I think.
Mm-hmm.
WiseMan banking a lot, and again, he's only on 2 bases. He's banking minerals, which he doesn't need to be banking because he only needs gas for the mutas.
I think he's just unable to spend them. Like, what is he going to do with them?
Spines. That's what you have to. You have to spam spines,
okay.
and he needs the spines because he's now going to
get pushed in.
Get pushed by a bunch of roaches. He is going to have mutas out, maybe just in time to hold this, but obviously with the spines starting behind this, he's going to take significant damage. The mutas just take so long to clear out the roaches.
That's the thing. Even if the mutas come out now, this base is still going to get cancelled. He doesn't even want it. He's just going to go into the natural.
Yeah, there's a window here because the spines aren't done, so he's going to get a good number of drone kills. The mutas are just about going to pop, but there's not going to be many, and Aicy even has +1. So
he could have 13 spines right now, right? Have I done the maths correctly?
That's correct, yeah. He could have 10 and 2 more mutas. So, yeah, envision in your mind 10 spines and imagine what they do to this many roaches. You can
it will be bad.
See how the game
could have gone.
It could have gone. He's meant to be played. Big drone losses from WiseMan. Too greedy on the mutas for me, unfortunately, I'm afraid. Aicy behind this has like all the time in the world to get
spores,
2/2, spores, queens. He could get a spire of his own.
He's finally building 1 spore. I don't know, he did just pop down 3 all at once.
There you go. But I don't think WiseMan should really be playing this one out. You might see Terra and GG timing. He might try and stay in and like send the mutas across the map. He has a good count, 14 now in total. So I can't really blame him with not tournament life on the line, but at least series life on the line.
I think
send them across to see what's there.
He's going to tap out when he sees a single Hydra.
Yeah, or like 5 spores.
Or 5 spores, which are currently being built, yeah.
It's rough.
That would make me leave.
Okay, let's see.
As someone who may have built mutas once.
In a mono battle. So yeah, he's going to try and poke and like micro his little heart out, see what he can get done. Spore's going to go down, but like there are plenty here actually. They're like hidden under the overlords. There are 3 here that you can't even see.
Can't even click on them.
With mutas, well not mutas, sorry, with hydras out, obviously things get a little bit trickier. The problem is as well, is like once you split the mutas, they're weaker. But if you don't full send them across the map, then you can just keep getting roach run by over and over and over again, which like isn't much fun. So I don't know. But with this kind of backstab counter-attack, I think we're going to have like 50-some workers lost in total this game. Aicy's just going to mass up a bunch of Hydras. Is he even getting Hydra speed? Okay, he's getting Hydra speed but not Hydra range. And then he can close things out. WiseMan takes the coward's way out.
Wisely calls GG well played, and we have a clean 2-0 for Aicy. Turns out there's nothing for him to worry about.
It was a bit touchy at a couple points, but yeah, I think you're right overall. It was a 16 pool. There we go.
You got it right.
Keep shouting numbers and some of them will stick.
And eventually you'll get bingo.
There we go. Extreme bingo. I think we're going to take a little bit of a break. We might see if we can come back a little bit earlier. We weren't scheduled to start the next series until 4, but that was a ZVZ, so done way ahead of schedule.
Nice and quickly.
We'll see what we can get, but otherwise we're away for a break.
Yeah, we're going to go get some lunch. You're going to be joined by, I believe, Dane, and who's casting it with Dane?
Dane and Exo for
a PVZ?
Should be, yeah.
For a PVZ, yeah. With some new names, new faces at LAN, I think.
So 1 Czech, 1 French.
Wow, a full international match. That'll be really cool to see. That'll be coming up here shortly on this stream. And we'll be throwing to a short ad break, and we'll be right back.
Thanks, everyone.
See you later.